Today we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the round swivel marine jack with wheel. This is a bolt-on application, offers 10 inches of travel and a 1,000-pound capacity. Part number is MJ-1206B. Here's what our jack looks like installed on our trailer. As you can see, it's got a really clean look to it. Nice oversized handle. Here's the important part. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort to operate the jack, which is really nice. We're going to have a full clear zinc coating on all of the metal. This is going to give us superior corrosion resistance, which is important on our marine trailers. As you can see here, we're going to have about a 2-inch wide wheel. That does a good job, even if we're on sand or some of the gravel, of kind of spreading out that energy. And in diameter, it's 5.5 inches, so that'll help a little bit with getting over that rougher terrain. From the center of our jack to the outermost edge of our handle, it's going to be about 6.5 inches, so you definitely want to make sure that you've got enough room for your handle to turn, but also for your fingers so they don't get caught in there or anything like that. Here you can see simple operation of our handle. We're going to have a total of 10 inches of travel with the jack. At our jack's highest position, from the ground to the top edge of our trailer, it's going to be about 26 inches. Now you can see on our low position, we're going to have about 16 inches from the ground to the top of our trailer. Here you can see the 1/2-inch diameter pin that goes in and locks our jack into position, whether we've got it in the upright or in the stored position there. Really quick, simple operation with it. Here in the center, you're going to see our main pivot bolt. That's also corrosion treated, so we're not going to have to worry about any kind of rusting with it. And that allows for very smooth pivot operation while being really nice and sturdy. Now our outer tube diameter here, 2 inches, and our inner tube is going to be 1.75 inches. Another great benefit to the jack, we're going to have 360 degrees rotation here on this tire. That's going to allow for pretty easy maneuvering of our trailer. Now the installation of our jack's a pretty straightforward process. We're going to have our mounting brackets that are going to go on the opposite side of the frame from our jack here. Our outside brackets are going to line up perfectly with the flange that's on the jack itself. That's going to be a 2-inch difference, a 3-inch difference, or out to a 4-inch difference. So we can go all the way up to a 4-inch thick frame rail and down to 2 inches wide. So we can fit on this rail. We're going to be mounting on the wider rail here, closer to the center. I like to start my brackets by bringing my bolts through the single hole side of both the jack and the backing plate. Just like that. You can see the 1/2-inch pin that holds our jack from pivoting. When we're using it or when we're not using it, we can pivot it different directions. Before we put this on, I want to show you the backing plate has 4 hole locations, so whether you're mounting it on the left side of the trailer or the right side of the trailer, you'll be able to orient that handle either forward or backwards as you want. Makes it nice, so it gives it 360 degrees rotation before we mount it. Once we mount it, the trailer's probably going to get in the way, but what we'll do is just bring our jack, bring that right down and over. And if you hold down on one of the bolts, it's kind of going to hold your jack there for you. Bring another bolt in from the bottom side, and that's going to come over and go through our plate again. We'll just thread another nut on there, and that'll have our jack held into position. And we'll put our nylon locking nut on it as well. Now you see how we've positioned these brackets or these back plates? You want that flat side to be in towards the trailer. You want the ridges that stick up to be outside. I'm going to find that exact position where we want the jack to be. We of course want clearance for our handle when it's upright and when it's lowered, so just kind of adjust it. Inside of the frame rail here seems to work pretty good on most applications. That'll give us clearance there for our handle. And if we were to put it right there, we could actually go down the road and our handle would rest on top of the trailer, so it wouldn't be hanging down. So that might be a really good spot to go with. We want to tighten our bolts down evenly. Now that that's firmly mounted, let's check for operation again. Yeah, Doesn't look like we have to worry about busting our knuckles or anything while we're trying to get it lowered or lifted. We'll tuck back in there nicely. Our wheel will hang down. And then mounting it inside of here has a couple benefits. We don't have to worry about kind of hitting our leg on it or bumping it as we're walking around. It just gives it a nice clean look. Now let's torque those bolts down. That'll complete our look at the round swivel marine jack with wheel and the sidewind configuration with 10 inches of travel and a 1,000-pound capacity. Part number is MJ-1206B.